Lonzo's got
You trading me?
Hell no.
I'm really bad at this.
All right, well, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Slug. I'm from a group called Atmosphere from the Mighty Mighty Rhyme Sayers out of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You got your pirate on, your R. I know you guys haven't been in Reno long, but, you know, and especially since my buddy Eric just got back from Minneapolis, I can't help but think that there's some parallels being drawn between, you know, you guys had a small independent hip-hop scene there and you were pushing, and I know Reno's 300,000 and y'all got like 3 million out there, but I mean, I can't help but draw some parallels to what we're going through right now. You know, a lot of people not supporting, or people supporting to the point of where we just can't even believe how many people are actually into it. Like, we just pulled back the cover and suddenly all this hip-hop wants to come jumping out in Reno.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing. That's what I notice about some of the smaller cities is that, you know, a lot of times if you go to the larger areas where there's more people, the overall culture isn't taken as serious. Whereas you go to the smaller cities and you got kids that paint, break, scratch, they do the whole nine. Whereas a lot of my friends in like New York, you know, the DJs don't care about the rappers, and the rappers don't even need DJs no more. And the breakers are listening to house, and the graffiti writers all listen to heavy metal. You know, so just the unification is not as, you know, it's like, and I think what it is the smaller towns across America are a little bit more insecure about their hip hop, so they tend to take it a lot more serious. You know, they come from a place where they might feel like this is not ours. We adapted to this, you know, and therefore they embrace the whole squash as opposed to just, you know, biting the head off the collie zucchini.
How's it being with Epitaph? I mean, a lot of kids think that you signed with some big major label, but I read, you know, that you guys just licensed a record to them. You're just kind of checking it out.
It's just another baby step for us, you know. We had a few choices of how to secure distribution, and in the end, it seemed as if it made the most sense for us to just take the record we already had finished and see if Epitaph wanted to help us out. They're really down for the cause, you know. It's like there's not much in it for them, aside from helping out some people that they believe in, and I really respect that, because this isn't going to be like, you know, this isn't going to be big money for Epitaph. This isn't going to be big money for Atmosphere even. It's just helping spread it out a little bit more so that we can get some more new users, you know, some more first-time users on like a doorway drug.
Right.
For maybe some new kids, so that, you know, you might start smoking a little Atmosphere, and then in 6 months you're shooting up Brother Ali, or you're shooting up some A$AP Rock, you know.
Nice.
Taking Mr. Lift up the nostril.
Hey, yo.
What's going on with the trying to find a balance video? We know it exists. I mean, is it going big? Is it going to be on the box or MTV2 or?
I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly, right now it's all about you know, high standards, no expectations.
Right.
Like, really, the only person that I can put expectations on right now is myself, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Like, if the video gets shown on Channel 2 before Sesame Street at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? If the video gets on MTV, I mean, that scares the ish out of me, but I'm still down to roll, like, however it has to roll for me to teach Italian kids the words to my song.
Right.
Or, you know, French kids, or kids in Haiti, Paraguay.
Well, you strike me as the type of cat that even if it went big, like any three of you guys, if it ever did go big for you, you wouldn't compromise what you're doing artistically. You know, you would just use that as like the vehicle to get your art out there further. You know.
For the most part, I live in Minneapolis, so I don't even need a car.
Right.
You know, and so there's really no pressure on this to like get famous. There's no pressure on this to be to go balls out like that. Really, I'm just trying to get a foot in the door, or maybe a leg in the door, so that I can actually do something historic or classic, as opposed to like really just trying to get my face on blast for 15 minutes. I'm more into like being able to make some type of impact on this, so that so that Rhyme Sayers goes down in the books.
So history is being made at the beginning of Seven's Travels actually has something. Yeah, I gotcha. What's in the decks right now for all three of you guys? You can go first, but I mean, what are you guys bumping?
Well, I mean, I just discovered the joys of iPod, so I'm like bumping everything. You know what I'm saying? Tom Waits to Suzanne Vega to Lift to like whatever I can.
You got the shuffle figured out?
Yeah, man, I got.
This guy shuffles like 7,000
He's
songs.
like, what's going to be in the car when these guys jump in the car? I said, I don't know, dog. I got it on shuffle. It fucking could be anything.
No, I'm pretty much rolling with whatever right now, dude. I listen to anybody that knows how to write good words. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care if you rapping on top of somebody beating on a tabletop. If you're saying something, I'm with it. Or if you at least got a decent voice.
So I take it you're really feeling that Bazooka Tooth then, that new Ace Rock?
The Bazooka Tooth is tight, yeah. Definitely.
It's really different for him.
It's
you know.
really thick.
Yeah. I heard he produced it though, so.
He did a lot of it.
Yeah.
How was the Warped Tour, man?
The Warped Tour was out of control, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. It was good for me because, you know, for the last couple of years I've been spoiled. It's like if I come to your city and do a show and you come to the show and you're standing there, you know who I am. You came to see me possibly. Whereas Warped Tour brought me back to like about 5 years ago where I got on stage in front of a bunch of kids that had no idea who I was, and I had to really like earn the respect. I really had to put my thing out there to try and win them over, and that was good for, you know, Merce was with me, Dibbs was with me, and all of us kind of went through it. And once we really saw, you know, how much power we had in being able to coerce these kids into eating these vitamins, I mean, it was on. It was really good. We were really embraced by all the other bands on the tour too, which is one of the things I was nervous about because I'd heard the old stories about Kool Keith or Jurassic 5 being on the tour and not really, you know, having to dodge bottles of Gatorade while they're on stage and all that kind of stuff. And so we were expecting the worst, hoping for the best. And, yeah, you know, I think Merce got hit in the head once with a bottle. Other than that, really there was no type of altercations. People showed us a lot of love from the fans to the bands to the actual organizers of the event.
Nice. Speaking of Merce, he was just here a month or two ago with this guy right here. He was standing up on the stage, right, and he starts in with this, take off the wristbands and throw all your emo hop records into the trash can, whoopie-whoop, and I could tell that he was just bagging on his homie over here. I mean, but seriously, you've been stuck with this indie hop, emo hop kind of label. How do you feel about that? I mean it's all good music in my opinion.
The labels come for a purpose. There's a special button you can push. It's done.
Show me where's that.
It's right there. Now. Just hit that once. You'll be straight.
Bet.
You know, I understand, especially when it comes from a journalist. When a journalist throws a label on there, I mean, basically, you look at it like this, man. He's doing his thing. This is his art. He writes for his little weekly in his city, or he writes for a magazine. This is how he makes his rent. This is how he gets laid. And so he's going to do what he has to do to flex his art. But at the same time, he also has to take a group of people who might not know nothing about me and explain something to them in the least amount of words as possible. So you end up getting like strange phrases and whatnot going on to define different genres of this and that. But I'm still like this, man. I'm part of the tree. And just like I can't really hate on any of the commercial aspects of this tree, I can't really hate on any of the underground aspects of this tree. I can't really be hated on because if you start cutting branches off this tree, the tree's going to die. You got to embrace the whole tree for what it is and let it grow. Like years ago, it was just a little tree. You know what I'm saying? But here we are now in